Are you ready to create a life you crave? Let's spin that doom loop of negativity into an upward success cycle and start living lucky.
Good morning.
I'm Jana.
I'm Jason.
And we are living lucky.
You are too.
I was reading this book called The 3-Minute Rule.
Hello. I'm trying to get to 3 minutes.
Now, I didn't actually read the book, and so don't quote me on this.
Did I get quoted on that?
But the gist of it, according to Blinkist, which is like a cheat sheet for all books.
Yep.
Why didn't they have this when I was in?
What was it called? CliffsNotes.
Yeah, when I was in school,
sucked.
it was
They will not help you pass a book report.
Oh, really? I swear by CliffsNotes.
Well, not with Miss Susie Johnson, they don't.
Really?
No way, Jose. You try a CliffsNotes pass and it's definitely a fail.
Really? My dad was actually a teacher, and he was like, Jana, get the CliffsNotes.
Yeah.
Like, he encouraged the CliffsNotes and also read the book. In fact, he was like, go above and beyond. You need to read the book and get the CliffsNotes.
That is a solid piece of advice.
Yes.
Like,
because it will help you.
Book,
it will help you understand it.
Helps you get a deeper level of understanding. Now, my take one year during summer reading was get the CliffsNotes only.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to read all the words and all the pages. And I studied those CliffsNotes.
Why didn't we want to read? I don't understand that.
I didn't get the value of the reading. It was a time suck for me because I read so slowly.
Because we wanted to be with our friends?
I didn't have a lot of friends.
What was it?
I just didn't like
reading. I think it was that I didn't like to move my eyes.
And I also did, my eyes jittered a lot, but I didn't.
You had jitter eyes?
I did. I had jitter eyes.
Was that your nickname?
Made me tired. And I had to read the same paragraph over and over and over again.
Yeah, I know. I did that.
And I would fall asleep reading.
I always did that with those weekly readers.
They called it speed reading. I call it sleep reading. Like I would literally I would read, and because of my
You called it repeat reading.
It was definitely repeat reading. So I could get through some CliffsNotes, but it was a struggle.
Okay, I want to talk
now
about...
I love it.
I really want to talk about the 3-minute rule. That's what I really came here to talk about. And the 3-minute rule has a lot to do with procrastination. Mm. And it has a lot to do when you have a project that you are just putting off. You don't want to do it. For example, cleaning the boat. And you're like, I just don't want to do it.
I'm not going to do it. Or doing getting our taxes ready.
Yeah, and you're like, I don't want to do it. And you're like, I'll start next month.
I'll do it next week. I'll do it one day.
Yeah.
It's never going to get here.
Right?
Yeah.
Next month.
It's been on the weekend to-do list for months.
8 weeks.
Like just to get caught up.
I know.
And then because once you're caught up, it's very easy.
I know.
But once you're a couple months behind, it seems like, oh my God. What have I done to myself?
I know. I know. There's a lot of things like that. If we just stay on top of it, It doesn't seem like a big deal.
I know what to do. Why don't I do what I know?
No, there's a lot of things like that. Cleaning the garage. I mean, if we clean as we
feel
go,
personally attacked.
If we clean as we go and keep it clean.
That's what my friend Jerry always used to say. Good or no, clean as you go.
Oh, I know he said that.
Yeah.
I feel like he's channeling me right now when we say that.
So this 3-minute rule makes perfect sense because a lot of times I just don't want to start it.
Okay, so the 3-minute rule, according to what I read on Blinkist, which is a cheat sheet for all readers, literally said, just give yourself 3 minutes. So if there's something that you absolutely do not want to do, just say, I'm going to do it for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Set a timer. 3 minutes. I only have to do it for 3 minutes. And what happens usually is if you just give yourself 3 minutes to do it, when your 3 minutes is up, you're usually so proud of yourself for doing it for 3 minutes that you're like, oh, well, you know what? I can go ahead and do just a few more minutes.
Or even just 3 more minutes, maybe.
I'll do 3 more minutes, and then I'll have 6 minutes under my belt.
because like it wasn't as hard. It wasn't as painful.
It didn't hurt as bad as I thought.
We try to
In
avoid
fact,
the pain of it.
It's like the Band-Aid.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
it's better than the Band-Aid because I avoided the pain wasn't there that I was expecting, and I'm getting pleasure out of having completed
getting it
some
done.
Of it.
It feels better getting it done than it did
putting it off.
Yeah,
and we build up this mountain of thought and anxiety and worry on it. And just like there were years ago when your year for the word was start.
It was just start.
And I got goosebumps because that reminds me of this 3-minute rule. Mm-hmm. And it's oftentimes that we just don't give ourselves a chance to start. And if you just give yourself a chance to start, you might find that if you are in alignment with it, you get into the flow of it. And even if it's something you don't want to do, and if it's not in alignment, but it's one of those has to get done. Like it's one of those things that it's part of life that needs to get done. And right now you're the person for it until you can delegate it or delete it. Mm-hmm. It is what it is, but it's something that needs to get done, and it's going to be weighing on your conscience. It's going to be sucking up some of that vital mental and energetic resource of you until you do start, until you get it off the plate.
And sometimes starting means give yourself permission to be imperfect, or give yourself permission to. Sometimes starting means, okay, you know what? This is weighing on me. I'm just going to Google something about it.
Yeah. I'm going to
like that is starting.
Give myself the grace of being imperfectly perfect wherever I'm starting from.
Yes. But at least I'm just going to poke around.
Yes.
Right?
And that lets some of the air out of the problem.
It does, because the more that I just keep avoiding it,
you build it up to be bigger than it is. It turns into a monster.
Yeah, it becomes this monster of fear.
Gosh,
it becomes a monster of fear.
And so we have to ask ourselves, what is it, that thing that I've been putting off that I just need to take 3 minutes and start and just give myself the grace of saying, I'm just going to try it for 3 minutes. And for me, it is probably going into the garage and saying I need to work on the other half of it.
No, for you, I believe it is taxes.
Yeah, that too.
For me, it is.
See how I put that off again?
For me, it is video editing. Yeah. It is video editing. And I will say that on Tuesday, having Lucas come over, he helped me so much. However, as soon as he left, I was like, oh yeah, I'm so inspired to do more and more. And then as soon as he left, I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he brought in all this new knowledge and all these new tools and resources, which are beautiful and great. Mm-hmm. And this is again why we have coaches and why we have people that are experienced in that total immersion. Like it's beautiful when you have total immersion, because you can go give yourself a ton of time to be in it and get the efficiency and effectiveness. But even if you can't do that, giving yourself 3 minutes to start to play and recognize it as play.
It's play. It's play.
I'm
telling you.
Play is imperfect, but it's
so
fun.
Like my biggest thing is perfectionism. It is perfectionism. And so like video editing and perfectionism don't always go hand in hand, because I like things organized and I like things perfect. And so it can build up into this mountain, and then I don't want to dive into it because it's time consuming and there's a lot.
Yeah.
And if I just take 3 minutes, the 3-minute rule, once I take 3 minutes, I can get sucked into it, and then
you have some fun with it.
And then I start having fun.
Yeah. So
it becomes creative. And once I attach it to my creativity and say, this is my creative baby,
Hello.
Then I start giving birth.
Then you get to nurse that baby.
Right? Then I start
or play with the baby.
Being able to mold it. the way I want to do it.
Then it grows into something beautiful. So if you've got something that you're willing to commit to give that 3 minutes to, send us an email at jason@livinglucky.com or actually send it to jason@livinglucky.com so we can keep track of it. We'd love to support you in it, and just know that you have made that commitment to yourself and you're making progress towards something. And we'd love to hear from you. So keep living lucky.
Have a great day.
Give yourself that 3 minutes.
Bye-bye. If the idea of living lucky appeals to you, visit us at startlivinglucky.com.